This is David Spiegel for MPHawks.com here with new Paltz men's soccer coach Gene Vinciglia. Gene, last year your team went 8-10-1, 4-4-1 in the conference, good enough for sixth, bringing them to the SUNYAC tournament for the first time since 2004. You lost in the quarterfinals in overtime to Geneseo, but overall a successful season, especially compared to what we've seen in the past. How did you feel at the end of last year about your team?
Well, we underachieved. I mean, really. I mean, that team was very good. I mean, the team was very talented, and I honestly thought we could have won the whole thing. Mm-hmm. Really, And it was a tough loss, the last one.
Now, you played one of the toughest schedules in the conference last year, playing 6 teams that qualified for the NCAA tournament, beating 2 ranked teams and losing to 2 teams that were in the Final Four and only by 1 goal. I mean, how do you react to something like that?
Yeah, it's emblematic of what I just said. I mean, believe it or not, I felt that we could have won those games. I mean, Montclair, we lost 1-0 on a set play, which, it wasn't a big thing. And then we peppered the goal. We had numerous opportunities. They were probably one of the best teams I've ever seen. They were big, huge, physical. Oneonta was just a super team, and we were right there with them on their homecoming. We lost to, at the time, they were ranked Union. They came here, and we had them 1-0, controlling the game, and then one of our players, seniors, got a red card, turned the game around. Mm-hmm. I mean, Stevens we beat at their place again with 10 men because somebody got a red card. I think it was Plattsburgh. They were ranked, mm-hmm. and we knocked them off. Something we haven't done in many years. Yep. So it was a very good, but it was a schedule that, we could have done better. I'm not just saying that.
And it says a lot about the team even to qualify for the SUNYAC tournament with a tough schedule like that.
But the thing is, they put themselves in a very tough situation. We had to go to the final weekend, win both games at Bluff State and Fredonia, and then it wasn't in our hands. Oneonta had to beat Fredonia, mm-hmm. and we made all those 3 things happen.
Yep.
But I think, we were good enough to be. I thought by far that Oneonta was the best team. I thought after that, we were right there.
And how does the end of last year make you feel going into the beginning of this year?
Well, when I took this job, it was very clear that you had a roster that was very skewed, and that it was going to be a 1-year thing, and then it was a rebuilding thing. Okay, and I'm sort of, I'm really excited about doing that because, I can really put my own stamp on the team. Mm-hmm. It's my team, and it should be a reflection of my soccer beliefs, my values, and I think it's going to be. But it's difficult to do that when you have 13 seniors. Yep. To try to change their culture. It just doesn't happen. Actually, I thought, with all things being equal, we actually did pretty well last year. This year, we're very young, but they don't know any better. This team is I think it's going to improve a lot during the season.
And as you said, you lost 13 seniors from last year, and you brought in a lot of your own recruits this time. How do you feel, you can replace all your successful seniors from last year?
Well, I think we've done 3 things, with this team, okay? One is most important is that there's a whole new atmosphere in this team. This is a team that it's clear-cut who the chief is here. It's me, okay? And we're going to do things the way I believe soccer should be played and the way athletes should behave. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, we really have improved the physicality of the team. We're a very big team. We're a very physical team, a very athletic team, mm-hmm. and we've also improved our speed overall. We have very good speed. Yeah. So I think this team has potential. They're going to Are they going to win a lot of games? Probably not. You know, it depends. Okay, how quickly will they make the transition from club high school into, you know, a good strong conference like the SUNYAC? We have the potential to do it, but regardless, this is a group where, you know, if I have 25, 26 players on the team, I'm going to have 21 players returning next year who will have a lot of experience. And so it's the task of rebuilding, it's there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And which of your new young players in particular do you expect to play an immediate role this year?
Well, there's quite a few, okay. I have a very, believe it or not, you know, what makes it, this recruiting class interesting is that you usually don't find a lot of offensive players. We have like probably 4, okay, forwards, and they're all above 6'1", okay, and they have good speed, all right. We have a young man from New Jersey by the name of Casey Teramocha, who is a very gifted, good, very mobile player who can score goals, okay. We have a young man from Long Island by the name of Angelo Di Matteo. He is just a physical specimen. I mean, he looks like a football player. I mean, he's just chiseled, but he's also fast and he's technical, you know. So he's going to, you know. We have Stephen Brown from last year, who's returning, he's going to thrive in that, with, you know, playing with these guys. We have a transfer student by the name of Hobie Raman out of Syracuse, who is one of the most technical kids I've seen here. He's going to run one of the 3 guys running our team, our offense. He's a playmaker. You know, we have some other kids. I mean, we have Jake Falk from Long Island. He played in the state championship team last year, and he just has unbelievable speed. He's scary. In the back, we have some good players. This kid is 6'4", Joe Hughes, who can play defense, central defense, who can play midfield. He's the real deal, you know. We have Kevin Jacobson out of Connecticut, a defender who stepped right in. I mean, he's going to start. Mm-hmm. Okay. So there's a number. I think this team is going to be very deep, you know. So we won't depend on 10, 11 players. Probably the actual roster that's going to be really involved, probably somewhere around 18, 20, which is a good thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you know, you have, like you said, you have plenty of very talented young players. Which of your upperclassmen do you expect to step up this year?
Well, certainly our captain Nick DiPaola is a classy kid. I mean, he just has the whole package, you know. He's a tremendous athlete. I mean, he's, in my opinion, at this point, he's probably the best defender in the conference. He was a 3rd team selection last year. This kid, he doesn't know how good he is. Okay. He's a bright boy, you know, a pre-med major. I mean, he's just a good leader. So he's talented. We have Harrison Lane from that group, who's taken, you know, he's taken one for the team, and has willingly moved from the forward line down to now as an outside back in our new system, and doing very well. And then we have the young man that was here, Shanshi, who was, you know, he's a transfer of that last year. I think he's going to have a much better year, because when he came in last year, he hadn't played in a while. Mm-hmm. He had been injured big time. And so he's healthy now, and he's looking very good. So those 3 guys are going to be very good. And then we have some kids that I brought in last year that had an impact on our team last year. You know, Brian Spina, you know, Alec Johnson, Stephen Brown. Mm-hmm. There's some very good ones, okay? So I think we're on our way. Mm-hmm. Yeah, my goal when I came here, you know, I'm short-lived here, okay? And was to rebuild this program, bring it to a level where it should stay there for a while. Mm-hmm. I think we're almost there.
Good. So this year you brought in as an assistant coach one of your team leaders from last year, a longtime student of yours, friend of yours, Jamal Simmons. What impact do you think he's going to make teaching some of your younger players this year?
Well, he's one of the reasons why I think we're going to be better, because I know what he can do. I trust him, implicitly with the game and with just with supervision. I mean, he's a coach. He was a born coach, I think, Jamal. I think Jamal is terrific. He coached at high school level, and very successful. So he's going to have a huge impact, and that's already you can see it. It's made my life a lot easier.
And how excited are you to bring him in after coaching him for all those years? Now you actually get to work with him.
I mean, this is a dream come true for both of us. Who ever thought, like, after all of my time away from here in another school, I would come here and have one of my top players be my assistant. I mean, it was good when I was at Army, and my son was my assistant for 4 seasons. This is it's like a repeat of that. Yeah.
So, what are your overall expectations of this season?
Well, I think, when people look at our program right now, and they look at our losses, the average guy out there, coach, having to evaluate our program, we will not be a high thought in their mind. I mean, we're not going to be someone that they're going to be concerned about, okay? And that's too bad, because I think by the time we get to tournament time, to conference time, I think we're going to be a team that's going to be dangerous. I really do. And so, do I think we're going to win a lot of games? To be honest with you, I think my concern is the conference. Okay, we need to win more games than we lose in the conference, and we need to get into the tournament. Because once you get into the tournament, things happen. And I like the potential of this team. So, I mean, this could be a very good team. We could have a very good year. It's just how fast will they come together and make the transition. We have to depend on freshmen, and there's at least one transfer. I didn't tell you that there's a goalkeeper. We lost a goalkeeper, but we brought in a transfer. Very good. I mean, I'm very excited by this young man, Stephen Domino. He played at Folly Dickinson last year, and he should be a very good addition to our team. Good attitude, great work ethic, and he's talented. He's good, So yeah, I mean, I think this team has great potential.
All right, thank you, Gene. That was great. We wish you the best of luck this season.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. Thank you.